Welcome to Claire's Kitchen. Today we are making an Ayurvedic recipe for weight loss, and this is especially good for those with Kapha dosha. And we're in the heart of Kapha season right now because it's springtime, we're spring cleaning, and we're kind of feeling a little bit heavy or sluggish maybe from the winter. So this is the perfect time to have some green juices. And if you're a Kapha dosha or you're dealing with any sluggishness, lethargy, stubbornness, which are some Kapha dosha imbalances, you're going to want to focus on the astringent, bitter, and pungent tastes, because all of these tastes contain a little bit of fire in them, so they're going to kind of give you that extra energy that you need in the springtime to get that spring cleaning going, getting ready for summer. Today we are going to use dark leafy greens. In dark leafy greens we have spinach, cilantro, and parsley. You could also toss in some Swiss chard, some kale, or some arugula. And the dark leafy greens have that bitter taste, which are really good for the Kapha dosha, so it's going to invigorate you in that way. And then we are going to use a green tart apple, and that has more of that astringent taste that is really good for the Kapha dosha. We're going to be using a little lime juice to balance everything out. A little bit of sour is okay. And then we have some ginger and some black pepper that are going to help with our pungent taste and give us that little fire kick of energy. And then we are going to freshly squeeze some oranges over here. And if you don't want to use the orange juice, because they do have a lot of the sweet taste to them, a lot of that sugar, you can also sub in half a cup of berries. So we're going to be making 2 servings of this green juice for you and a friend. And then we're adding a little bit of herbs that we have on hand. I have moringa and ashwagandha, and then we have about a cup of purified water just to help balance things out. So now we are going to chop and get ready right on in. Green smoothie that we're making, we're going to start by loading it up with greens. So literally just grab whatever kind of greens you have in your fridge. Today we're using spinach, cilantro, and parsley as our base. So just a handful of each we're going to kind of bundle up here. We're starting with the parsley, and then we'll chop it. Okay, so now we are adding in our pungent and astringent taste. So we're going to have a green apple, as tart as you can find, because that's going to have more of that astringent taste. And astringent is made up of air and earth, so it has that airy quality with Kapha dosha needs, especially this time of year. So you can now add a lime or lemon, whichever one you have on hand, and then we're going to use about like a thumb's knob of ginger. And this is going to bring in that pungent taste, so it's really going to ignite you in that green juice and give it that little bit of like pizzazz that you want. Now it is time to add a little bit of sweetness. So right now I don't really have access to a full kitchen, which is totally okay because you make it work. So I have this little squeezer that we are going to use, and I'm putting it in a pot, and then we're going to sift it through to get the seeds out afterwards. But I like to think in Ayurveda, it's all about the intention that you put into the food, right? So me struggling over to make this orange juice for our green smoothie is really getting me connected to the food. And I'm sending a lot of love into not only the process and by appreciating it, but I get to work with the food that I'm consuming, and that makes that connection a little bit deeper and a little bit stronger, and I think it's going to taste a little bit better. So now we're going to sift all that fresh OJ to get the seeds and any extra pulp that we don't want in there. Looks like we're going to have a little extra. Voila. Okay, so now we're rounding out our green juice that we are using for our Ayurvedic recipe, green juice, weight loss, kind of smoothie in the morning. So we're going to put about a half cup of our freshly squeezed orange juice. Remember, you can also sub berries. And then to fully round it out, we're going to add about a half cup to a cup of purified water, and you can always add more to like thin it out a little bit. And then we're gonna add our extra herbs that we have. So with me right now, I have moringa, and I also have ashwagandha powder with me, half a teaspoon. You can also add things like spirulina or chlorella. Some blue algae is really good. And then we're going to blend it up. Thanks for watching, guys. My name is Claire, this is Michael, and we appreciate you being here. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, give us a like and comments below.
Cheers.